out to see me tomorrow. May see somebody else, but not me. Isn't he humble in that rig?
Oh yeah. Is that the same one that rode with me yesterday?
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
Same one.
Same horse?
That's Casey's horse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I didn't know if Casey wanted to.
Casey's horse
No,
has.
one.
Well, she's got him in a 4-ring Pessoa. It's a plastic bit, and it has one main ring and then 2 other settings for your curb rein. So she's got her snaffle on the main ring, and she's got the curb rein just so she can tweak and remember to put his head down. But a lot of him is he gets mad at Casey's arms because she's really fit physically, and her arms bounce, and he gets sick of that. Can you walk a bit forward? Oh, buddy, walk. You look like your stirrups are jumping length.
I like to have a little shorter, like less than dressage length.
Okay.
A little shorter.
She doesn't look too mad.
She's kind of like, ride my gal. My gal didn't like riding with her. And he has,
Anybody knows where the switch is, you can turn the
he has
wind
to
off.
use skippy steps to keep up with it. But she's pretty fat. When she moves out, she's got a big crotch.
Oh, really?
And then my
I like
mare-
that bit because you don't have to be heavy-handed with him.
He's so light in it.
And he gets so mad when you grab his face.
Yeah.
And then my
It's
mare-
always been his problem.
she has really, really long.
He's not easy either.
No.
He gets aggravated.
Her large, she can canter and large.
My rider at home is very light-handed, and she rides really lightly. But she's big tall gal. And he would just get mad and go to bucking. He never did lose her, but he sure meant to. And you're sitting up today, that's really nice. So I like the fact that he's round. I don't like the fact that he's not going forward. He's round, but he's not moving. Yeah, boss. That's what he's supposed to be doing.
Now I'm already hot. Thank you.
Are you warm already?
Yes.
Well, so Jess just threw hers off.
Work. Probably nervous.
Yeah, she knows she might get warm. Let's change direction. Turn around where you are. Go the other way. That was nice. That's what I'm looking for, is nice little short turns that indicate that your horse can bend and go forward. Don't need to be cross all over the ring.
Jean is leasing him because hers is on a long-term layoff. He's got lameness issues.
That's much better, Gina.
Yeah, that's Boz.
How are you this afternoon, Missy? I'm good. She's letting you carry her hand. That looks much better. How he's going. He's an old man. He's got to warm up free and loose and
He does.
get himself swinging, or he kind of goes, oh man, I can't do that. But he still can.
Gina's been out here,
And Hannah, see if you can get him to be submissive and nice like that and still go forward.
he's out here on the
Ah, that's a good boy. He starts to march forward and he goes, oh wait, I can't do that. Well, of course he can. Ah, that's a good boy. You don't let him look around either, which is a lot of the
He
game.
doesn't get away with much with me.
No, he doesn't need to look around. Your saddle, is that the same saddle you always use?
Yeah.
Because it sits really well and it's sitting you really well on him. You're not forward. Maybe she's not to rub you on the corner there. She was like, I'm going to cut that corner. If you switch your whip to NCR, that'll work better. How old's Boz now?
today.
You know, Dan? How old Boz is?
I want to say he's 16.
Oh, okay, he's not all that old then.
Oh, I thought he was older than that.
I thought he was too.
Yeah, I thought he was older than that.
That's when he's 16, 2 years
Yeah, I
ago.
think he was born in 2004.
Huh.
Okay.
2004 or 2005.
he was older than that. That's
Not
nice.
so old. He's
Now he looks happy. And he's going. That's a good catch. Good catch, Hannah. He'll eventually give in and relax into it.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Right now he's a little bit like, hey man, she's making me be good, I don't like it.
Yeah.
But he can go so nicely.
He does. He has it in him, which,
He does. He can go very well.
Yeah.
But he's got a million don'ts.
yeah.
Jules has had a lot
He
of
just
friends.
likes to say don't.
Robin had it.
Had him and then somebody else.
Fingers curled around the reins. Let your whole arm go with him. Very nice your elbows, Jess. They're elastic, they're following her. And she says it's good. God knows we want to keep her happy.
Indoor, and she was taking, I think, taking lessons regularly and riding. But Saddlebrook was crazy.
It's hard to read her expression with her face mask on.
I know.
Have to sort of go by her ears. That was good, Hannah, because you let him out as he went down. So he answered your head down, and then you followed his head out. Then he can come through with his back.
Yeah.
Because he likes to go all balled up, and then whine that you have him all balled up.
Tea from Holly.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you.
Like to make
What do
sure
you-
she
what do
was ready to ride. She's the next lesson. I could
Ah.
see her trying to bail.
She doesn't want me too evil, huh? She's smart. If you keep me happy, I'm not quite as mean. She can't bail. She's got to ride.
Yes, she
Is
does.
it too hot, too cold, or too windy? Well, it doesn't get too wet.
Who's
It's
she
okay.
riding, Donna?
On Hans.
She's riding Hans.
Okay, the big guy.
The mighty Hans. She has to have her annual lesson. So let's go trot rising. Organize your reins a little bit.
Hannah has to correct Java from yesterday.
Java's talking to his soul.
Yes.
He's telling his soul that he needs to put up and shut up because he got Hannah.
Yes,
And
that's
his
right.
soul is staying back, I don't wanna. This one's kind of still warmed up from morning, so she's good. Remind her she doesn't need to sightsee. That's a nice pace. I like the miles per hour. A little bit fussy in the head, but I like the miles per hour. The poor Star looks like, oh, this again. Ah, it's better, Hannah. Got a little bit of honest forward. You got a little bit of honest forward over there.
Yeah.
Doesn't want to stay there. But just try release one hand, release the other. This guy really wants a very steady hand. A lot of his life he hasn't had one. And if you pull out, you're aggravating him, which he's telling me. Looks pretty good, huh? Everything's where it belongs. Of course, I can't see your right foot. But I know you're being honest with it. That's right. Let him go out when he comes down. Yeah. Otherwise, he'll get behind the vertical.
Yeah.
So he's got to reach and bring his nose out, which gets him a way less place, a better place than being able to buck. She looks content. His life is good. Try not to wiggle your wrists and your fingers. There's a good boy. He got his tongue over the bit? Or is he just talking?
Hannah says he does do that.
What?
He does tit his tongue over the bit. Hannah
Yeah,
was
he
saying
does.
that.
I know. And I could see him going back down there. But she's doing a lot of aggravating of him. Pull the head down before the back is warmed up. Tina's horse gave a great demonstration of that this morning. That's better, Gina. So you kind of have to, let your arm go with him where he goes. He stretches down, go with him. Remind him of your leg to keep going. If he comes up, get a little heavier. Make it not so pleasant for him. Careful you don't lean in, Susie.
I remember Harlan with the Kentucky picked him up. And I hit him, yeah.
I like the pace, Hannah. I like what he's doing with his legs. Obviously, his brain hasn't quite agreed to go yet. So just keep after him. Come on here. Tut, tut. Remember, you gotta have RPMs before you can get a round horse. Same with him. They gotta have RPMs before they'll go round and stay there. Let's everybody change direction. That's getting better, Hannah.
Yeah.
It's not going to be easy because they had 2 lessons being a puke yesterday. Keep going, you. Go on. She gets going and then she sucks back. And then she gets going and then she sucks back. But I don't think she's being looky, so I think she's just sucking back for practice. That's better. So I'd love to see him go in more hunter open frame in the neck. Rather than the fake dressage shit he pulls. He's not a bad mover if he just stick his neck out and go. There you go. He likes to stay bunched up because it's easier to buck. Fortal man, come, come. So I want him swinging and pushing and swinging and pushing. Yeah, Gina. He was a very, very good mover in his day. I think he can still do it. If you get the rear end moving, then you come into the bit where they're supposed to be. Otherwise, you got to argue with them all the time. Let your right leg down, Susie. There you go. That's it, Hannah. Open your rein a little. There, good. It's better. So the more you get power out of the rear end, the more you get the head out into your hand where you want it. If you don't have forward, you can't get round.
Some of them are getting close.
And not all these horses go forward all the time. You feel him take your arm, Hannah? That was nice. And if he doesn't offer, you offer it to him. See if he'll take the space. Just open one hand forward. See if he'll go there. That's a good boy.
I was trying to think back to when. I've been doing this 6 years.
Much better. Come on, you. Come. Always had trouble getting Pam to get him consistently forward and then give him a nice hand to go to. He's a nice enough horse. He got, I think, a second in the Arab class at Devon. So he's a well put together horse in his day. But he hasn't schooled a lot recently. There you go. There goes Buzz.
All of a sudden you woke up on number 2.
I don't know what that was.
You like looked at number 2.
I remember seeing him do things like that. Of course, he got forward and he got feeling good. He was going nicely. I guess he was hallucinating. There we go, good one. Watch the hands. When you see your video, you'll be horrified. Your hands are all over the place. That's hard for him to want to come to them. Well, go on, trot, trot. Sit up, put your leg on him. Tell him to go back to work and put up and shut up. He's testing. Boy, keep offering him a space. If you offer him a space, he doesn't take it. then you take it back. So are you trying to ride with your snaffle rein on the outside or your curb one? You look like your right hand, your curb rein is on the outside. That makes it too active. Want your snaffle on the outside and your curb available. Much better, Gina. Try to ride from down in your leg instead of pinching with your knee. You pinch with your knee, it stops your horse, which is very handy if you want to stop your horse. Not much use if you don't. So that's right. So your snaffle rein should be outside your little finger, and your curb rein should be inside. Then you can just move a finger, get your snaffle, or close your fist and get your curb. Come on, bub.
Thank you. Let's go.
So he can really work, Gina, but you do have to remind him. And he's real fussy about wanting a steady hand. Like your right hand, I keep seeing it jump from here. That means it's jumping a lot because I'm seeing it above the left hand. Well, now let's come down,
Yeah.
weaving around these
having
posts
fun.
in front of me. So weave through the posts, turn in, right, and steady forward, steady forward. Just suggest the turn you'd like with the rein. Make it happen from your inside leg. You notice you lost all the forward. Well, if I got to turn, I don't go to forward. You say, yeah, you got to go forward too.
They're
Come on, babe.
further apart now.
Huh?
For the cart. Yeah, there's two. They're kicking out for the cart.
Oh. I'm like, wait a minute, something happened.
Yeah, there's two.
They're further apart because the cart was
Yeah, the cart was here.
We got three. Leave these back. Let us know. Yeah, we'll put them back if you want, Rob.
Good girl. So nice, smooth, flowing forward line. But you notice every time you go to turn, he sucks back at you.
Yeah.
Because that's from the other hand. Be careful when he goes down that he doesn't bump into the curb. That's better, Jake. Go on. Go on, you old fool. Kick it. He knows how to do this. He's had lots and lots and lots of schooling. Come on, babe. Come on, come on. Try not to let your fingers work and your wrist work, Jess, because it bothers her. You could move your elbow forward or back for connection. But wiggly fingers and floppy wrists are irritating. I left these wide open so you get forward through them. That's good. See much of you can do with your leg. Change legs. Ah, better, huh?
Yeah.
So I would leave the hand out of it because he's worried about the hand for good reason. I've got, yep. And your inside leg will bump him around each post. Inside leg, try not with the rein, just the leg. And if you're making a round turn to the left, Jess, why would you kick her with the right leg? You had on a nice left bend, then you went bump, bump, bump with your right leg. That's like, what the hell do you want, lady? You're driving me crazy. Left leg to get around the post. That's it. Then you don't need the right to go forward, just send her forward off the leg you were using. You had a nice left bend, and you told her with your outside leg not to do it.
I have one.
Come on, bub.
Susie's got an extra one in her trailer.
And
Just for
you
you?
need to use your leg,
I could
Gina.
just- I haven't
Little
been
tap,
using
tap,
that.
kick, kick, so it'll stay
Give it to
forward.
me tonight?
Come on,
Yeah.
babe. Come
Oh,
on.
all right, I got-
Left
I'll pick it
bend.
up. I don't
Yeah.
care what
Left
happens.
bend there.
I was like,
Good.
because,
Now you can use your
you know what?
outside leg
I don't
once
know,
you're
all
going
of a
straight.
sudden, I started having a heart
And she
attack
didn't argue with your hand.
big time.
Because the hand wasn't
Where
doing
you get-
anything
where you get-
aggressive.
Where you getting the?
It's in my groin and then down the back
Notice
of my
how
hamstring
forward she
and
stayed.
into my foot the other day.
And you can do most of it with your leg, right?
Oh,
Very good.
boy. Have you tried going on the tennis ball in the front,
So try
like
to do
laying
with
on
your-
your belly
your
and
curb's
doing the
gotten a
tennis
little
ball?
bit
That's
tight.
what I do for that. Right, do it right
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
I have to do it with the hips because
That's
otherwise
better,
this is
huh?
too tight and I can't open my.
Feel the difference
if I
in
say,
forward?
if I lay on my back
And
like
notice
this
where
and I
the
go
head
like
goes.
this, I can feel it
Down
change and
where
hear
it belongs.
Even after I worked my hips.
Now you
so then
gotta
I
let
have
his
to go on
nose
my
come
belly
out.
to do that.
And then he'll really show you how you can move.
I had to go home yesterday before dinner because my hips.
Turn
were
left your
from everything
shoulders.
She had us doing, and they laid
you
on
go.
the tennis balls, and then I was fine.
Dude, we gotta do your code.
Can't mess with Boz's mouth.
Yeah,
Too many
I
people have.
way overdue.
Way over, Joe.
Yeah. But I figured it was Thanksgiving week and they didn't
So
know how
good,
busy you
Paul.
were.
No, we'll be fine this week.
Turn your shoulders and look where you want to go. Inside leg. Tap, tap. Yeah, she heard you, didn't she? And she didn't slow down for the corner that time. The curb rein's gotten tight, Hannah. You're going to ride with two reins. You got to keep track of them. Because you wouldn't want to have that happen with a full bridle. Turn your shoulders right. Now use your left leg. Turn your shoulders left. It's better. Good boy, come on, tut tut. Careful with the hand. There you go, ride him forward. It goes forward from your leg, not from your digging seat, Gina. If you're digging this horse's back, you're gonna make him uncomfortable. So your seat shouldn't be humping the horse like a monkey. So Susie changed direction. Come on forward, buddy. Forward and down, forward and much better, good. Let him come down, good. You might have to avoid the exercise for one round, because I think you run into people. Look like you're getting tired, Susan. 4 lessons later, she got a lesson tomorrow too, at home.
Oh,
It's better,
does she?
Gina. Land,
will be tired.
Gina, land lightly, and don't let your waist fall out behind you. Keep your back straight, because you're a heavy load when your waist falls out behind you. The old man doesn't like it. You all can change direction. Take a little walk. I'll leave you trotting all day and forget about it. Take a little walk, and then you can go back to work. Give Susie a rest. Think how fit you'd be if you did this every day. Trouble is, you'd need 2 ponies.
Yeah. We did 6.6 miles this morning.
This morning, yeah.
Yeah.
And
You're
and
in your
and
hour?
and,
Yeah,
and you kept moving the whole time, but we weren't rushing.
Right.
But that's like at Road Jacks. That's what I do in an hour. It's 6 miles,
Yeah.
even in the indoor.
Mhm.
And everybody went forward in your class nicely.
Yeah.
This girl's being pretty good. She looked at those things, said, oh, all those hard turns, and when she went, oh no, I'm all right.
Yeah.
Come on, Whitey.
Oh, she got
Up.
hot.
Watch it. There's a lady stripping. How much do you ride him, Hannah?
Once a week if I'm lucky.
He's not very fit, is he? It's all that trotting. He's like. He's a
She
little bit
would
fat.
ride him more, but
What's that?
it's not because she doesn't want to ride him.
Who? Hannah? No, I know.
Yeah.
It's in case he doesn't.
Yeah.
But he's gotten fat and he's got no wind. He used to be able to go around buck all day and not cause any trouble. Now he goes around, does anything, he gets winded. You go, girl. Walk on, honey. That's a good girl. He's got to keep walking, Gina. He can rest, but he can't quit.
Yeah, but you know, this stop is going to take us. I would take this stop this evening and get some of the stop and then it's going to be what's the difference?
Is it not working or is it driving you crazy?
No, it's every time it comes on, it startles me.
Startles you?
Yeah, and then she reacts, and he probably reacts.
The horse is fine. I'm the one that's like, oh my god.
He won't care. He's listened to me for so many years, he was hoping I was dead. Hadn't seen me a couple of years. This horse's body doesn't look any different from when she started. It's just as clean and shiny. Maybe a little tighter. So let's go back to trotting. And we'll do the post in this direction. Come on, you. Ah, it's a boy.
Kevin, are you warm enough? I'd
Do you know why she does that? I don't.
It's usually she's irritated at me for something.
I don't buy that. If you think she's irritated at you, it's probably you're right. You probably did irritate her, but I don't think that's why they do it. 'Cause your hand doesn't look like it's bothering her that much. Come on, bud. Forward you go. Forward you go. Come on. Yeah. Light your seat. Busy your heel. Give the arm. Tell him he doesn't need to bulge toward home. This is exactly what he's doing. Sit back. Sit back. Good. Send him with your seat. Not by digging, just by keeping it tall.
The collie just let me know. I just had the jointed, snaffle.
This little one's going, isn't she?
It's nice and warm.
Go, go, go. She's good at to be. Keep your fingers curled around your reins. You ride with a soft, closed fist. But Gina, careful your hands don't pop up and down. He's wicked sensitive in the mouth. You were posting nicely, but your hands were doing this. So your elbow is where your hand separates from your horse. Come on, fool.
They all switch chairs.
You gotta sit up and keep your eyes up. You stare at him, he gets, uh-oh, she's gonna eat me. That's better. This little one's like, okay, I'm fine. I go. Move her over with your leg. Right leg, tap, tap, tap. Left leg, tap, tap, tap. I need to see the leg move, Susie.
Right.
So try to do most of what you're asking just with your leg. Left leg, tap, 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 tap. Good. Change leg, tap, tap, tap. You don't need to kick her like you hate her every time. Just give her a tap. I'd be ugly too if you kicked me that hard. I know what he's thinking.
Yeah.
You're doing a good job riding through it. I just wonder if there's not something more wrong with that horse.
Yeah, he has a brain tumor.
He's got what? Well, I know he has a brain tumor. But it's connected to pain somewhere.
Oh,
Wilson said, nothing wrong with him, he's got shit for brains.
oh.
He has a big, wide, uncooperative. This is nice, good. I like it, Gina. He's forward, his neck is out, his mouth is quiet. What's that?
No.
What'd
Oh,
you
he
say?
doesn't like the
Every
mare.
time he's behind that mare, he's like, nope, don't like this.
Oh, that's a nice mare.
That's fun. He's opinionated.
Careful with your arm.
He is
They
opinionated.
go straight forward and back. Arm goes forward and back. No bend in the wrist. When you bend the wrist, it becomes a grabby hand. There are a couple of the big name German instructors that'll tell you to bend your wrist, but nobody else is going to. That's a good boy. Pick up your hand a little bit, Gina. Up, up there, and soft. You got to carry your own arm. He's got to carry you. You got to carry your own arm, so he doesn't argue. Go on, you. So he doesn't argue with you. There you go. That was
He's always-
nice.
That
I don't know
tongue
what
is
you did differently, but it worked. And we have no head flipping. Better, 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 Hannah. Better, good boy.
right.
Make sure your leg's not tight and your knee roll.
So, Balls was, you missed all this, Susie. We had a
Susie's sitting up well.
kennel impact when she was here.
There you go, Gina, your horse is moving.
And then he closes his mouth.
Doesn't
at
need
the
to go any
hand.
faster, but he's moving. That's a good boy.
And then he opens the mouth and is a breath.
It does take him a little while to get warmed up. Try to land gently and keep your back up, not rolling out behind you. Good girl. What'd you do differently? The head's not whining now.
Every ride when you
Good boy. You're fine.
who stars, we do it 3 by 3 training, tell you like what
This one's going the best. He just goes. Nice as you please.
RV or not, people that are driving
That's good, Gina.
tires are getting rushed in the dirt, right?
He's comfortable with his head down there, but he forgets to do it. And I don't know what you do with it, but he hasn't had a whole lot of ring schooling recently till you get started with him. Good boy. There you go. Your posting should look soft. Come on, pretty. That's a good girl. And your arms should look like they flow around, not like they lock somewhere.
So he has this half a tooth in there that Butch has. He gets his teeth done every 6 months because that tooth.
Fingers curled, Susie.
You know, we're always
There
worried.
you go. And you may take a walk break. Just close your knees, Gina. You don't have to pull on him. You close your knees, he'll come back. Just pull both knees in tight. He'll come right back. Let everybody stretch. And they can relax, but they can't take a nap. You're not done yet, Boz. He's looking down the lane like, we going there now?
What?
That hind end's working.
It is. It's getting there.
That's getting there.
Oh, coontail horse.
I have to keep the front one. What time's mine?
You're 2:15.
Okay. About 15 minutes.
These guys have plenty more time to be tortured. They're not done yet. That got better with the head. Your arm looks like it wants to move at the elbow, but then the hand looks like it gets stuck. And I think she's fussy. She's sensitive. Good boy. Walk up, walk up, walk up. Make sure your curb's not catching him. Because he's polite enough not to tell you because he knows you'll kill him. That was good forward, Susie. Nice and steady, and she swung up through there. She's okay, I can do this job. She She's still awake enough. She's looking everywhere.
Yeah.
She's recording everything.
Nosy.
We haven't killed her yet.
She's so cute.
She is.
She's just so cute.
I like the stretch, Gina. That's good. Your leg wants to stay a little more forward. Yep, there you go. So you should be able to glance down and see your toe under your knee without having to lean forward too much. Otherwise, if your leg's too far back, your upper body's unbalanced. You run the risk of falling off over his shoulder. The kids that try to jump that way don't have a good time. You need a base to your position, which is your leg down underneath you. And he knows the difference.
One of my worst things is my legs get behind me and then my pelvis tilts. My seat
I know.
shifts out.
Or you round your butt and your waist falls out.
Yeah.
You need it straight back. If your legs go back, your pelvis is going to tilt. If you keep your leg down, your pelvis will stay where it belongs. Think she's got a few more ground poles in her? Okay. You know what somebody could do is get me that rail that's way up there behind the blue boxes and add it to the white ground poles. Thank you. I just noticed it. I don't know why I didn't see it yesterday. I just noticed it today because Mary kept going out there and I was sure she's going to run over it. But I'll add it to the white ones.
Yeah, I watched her for a while at the end.
I think your horse, Donna, does better with the dark rail ahead of it. He focuses on that ground pole, that slightly raised cavaletti, and goes, oh yeah, pick my feet up. And I like 5 in a ground pole set anyway. Reiner Klimke says that's the right number. You're being a good boy. You
He
could-
knows he can't get away with this.
Yeah, but it's so hard for him just to relax and come through. He's been fighting all his life.
Did she canter? Did you guys canter with him?
Yeah.
We cantered yesterday, yeah.
How was it?
The first part was pretty bad. Second lesson wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
But you know, as she admits, she's afraid of him. She said, I get timid, and I just, in front of the white ones. About the same distance.
You gave her a couple good go-ups.
His canter's been pretty
He
good.
actually has a nice canter.
Yeah.
But if he has a thought, she'd grab with her arm, and then he's like, you need to get off. Yeah, that's good. Doesn't need to be too far out, because those are a little wide in the middle anyway. Now it gives a different visual, because you got a dark visual on each end. I think it'll help them pick their paws up. I think it takes you, Donna, I think it takes your horse's dislike off the white ones,
Yeah, I think so
with the
too.
browns on each side.
It's like white stripes on the road and stuff.
Yeah,
He doesn't like that either.
Yeah, Donna's horse is just wicked suspicious of those white posts. It's
Of
like,
white. We had
"Ah."
a white tree. We were leading up at Susie's on trail, and it was a white birch. And we're just like trotting along as nice as we can go, and he sees the white birch and puts the brakes on. I'm like, what the hell? It's a white tree.
That stupid chestnut I drive is like that.
Well, you know,
You never know what he's going to see and go, oh my God, I can't do that.
Susan's horse used to go crazy with piles of white snow.
Well, he says, I need to stretch my neck, Mom.
Spook it.
Does he think we're working him hard?
He's like, oh, I remember this. I don't have fond memories of
I don't know how much he's done
this.
in the last couple of years. That horse is relaxed nicely.
He never stops at him, but he knows that
So you can pick your reins up, and you can walk over the white poles a couple times. I just want her to see there's a fifth one.
Yeah.
So I love it, Hannah, when his neck comes down from the withers, then I'd like him just to stick his nose out. You can go from there.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want him round. I just don't want his head up in my face.
I don't want his head up either.
Yeah.
And he's got the muscle on the side of his neck in a good place, but he won't let his nose out.
Yeah.
No, I don't want his head up in the air. Yeah, make him take time to count. 2 steps in each hole. She may notice, Jess, that it's different from this morning. She doesn't miss much. Try not to chase her with your butt. Just let your butt follow. Soften your rein. 2 steps in each hole. Don't rush her. Good girl. She didn't seem to care. Okay, Gina, go walk over the poles. He's done 1,000,000 poles in his life, so I don't want to hear from him. Now he's got his neck where it belongs. Just close your legs. Don't chase him, just quietly close your legs. Let him pick 2 steps in each hole. Ooh, 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 ooh. That's what happens when he gets a little bit on his forehand. He tries to throw in an odd step. So make her wait, Susie. Good. Let her pick, because we're just walking. Good. And she did it well. So it should be 2 steps between for each walk pass, 1 step for each trot. Don't need to chase him, because he'll get going too fast, and he'll stop counting his feet. Good. And he'll make a mess.
Now that last one, they're only doing
Last one,
Is that,
either they believe in it more or it's a little close. I don't know which.
you want us to move it?
I got to make sure they can trot it, because we've got a variety of trots here.
Yeah.
And 2 of these already did ground poles this morning. That's well done, Jess. Every step was even, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, all the way through. And she did it because you told her to. Are you with us, Spaz? There he goes. Watch your leg back so far. There you go. When the leg falls back, it's from the rider not stretching it. It was to be on your horse, you want to feel like you're standing over the horse. Then we bend your knee and your hip and your ankle. Just kind of let him pick his way, but be ready to help him. Good. Good. Ooh. 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 Good boy. He shortened all the way like he's supposed to. Because they should be able to adjust their balance for each situation. Or you should be able to see it and fix it. Good, Susie. Very nice. Very good. That's not what he wanted to do, right? He did it very well. You guys on the rail can go trotting. Finish one more walk, Jess. Never mind, Missy. Good girl. Don't rush. Careful. Make her pick her way. Good. Good. She took out a step in the middle. That's it. You may trot and go around once. Leg forward, Gina. That's it.
Such a drama king sometimes.
Does he live here, Holly?
Yes, you know,
So his mouth is fine.
yes. But you know, I was just saying to Donna, remember, you don't remember, he had, every 6 months he has to be checked because he's got a fracture. That we've been
I'd forgotten
dealing with
about that.
since She fell on his head when
Yeah.
he wasn't paying attention. But he's done the whole tongue business his whole life,
Even before the tooth.
even before the tooth.
I know he used to do it with Pam, but I thought he had an excuse. Because her arm was dead.
No, he
Let's
just-
go do the ground poles. No, as long as he lives here, I know what kind of care he's getting.
Yeah, no, he's a
Careful. Don't forget, there's a very light-mouthed horse on the end of those reins.
Look at the mouth wide open.
Go ahead, Susie.
Need another lap.
Fire the cannon.
Oh wow! Look at that pony go.
She's gotten good.
That was better.
You got your work cut out for you, Hannah.
Yeah, yesterday he wasn't even taking them.
So ride for the
He was
last
going
pole.
Scooting to the left.
You can chase her now.
Good girl.
Good girl. Better pat her. Go get it, little one. Legs on.
Oh, look at her.
Better pat her.
There he goes.
That's pretty good. Remember to keep your back flat, Gina. Soften as much as you can, Hannah. Good. Much better. He got really worried yesterday morning with the big ones. So ride to get over the last pole. Good.
She did.
Very nice.
Yes, she does.
Ride to get over the last pole. Good. Soft with the arms, Gina. Good boy. Don't do what you're thinking. Allow as much as you dare. Good. Then catch him if you canters.
Get ready.
So I said he's never wanted to use his body. Good girl.
Oh, she dances right through.
Your pony's on fire. I like it. Good boy. Let him go.
Oh,
Come on, Bosmobile.
oh, he recovered though.
Well, he fussed with his head right before he got
Yeah.
there.
There we go.
He has no desire to loosen his body and go free.
I don't.
Fights and fights
Do you
and fights.
think he
But
can?
I'm sure there's a reason.
Well, yeah, I think
Very good.
we wanted the chiropractor to check him out, but
Yeah, I mean, doesn't he act tight?
yes,
Yeah.
I think that's why he bucks.
And he's always been able to go open.
Yeah.
Good, Gina. Soft on his mouth. Kick him up. Good boy. He looks like he can't open and he can't push. Like he's lost the power in his gait. Good. Ooh. Good boy. Pat him, tell him he's good. Come on, babe. Trot, trot. Easy the rein. I like that.
But these guys who are going through, they're dropping their head and they're lifting.
And they're humping
when
their
Quick-
backs.
And when
And he's not.
Java goes, no, he's the opposite. He's actually
This
got
one's,
his head up.
he got it.
Yeah.
And he braces.
Yeah, it's like the total opposite of what you want him to do. That's a
And
little
ground
better,
poles
but-
classically bring the neck round. It's one of the reasons we
Yeah.
do it. Bring the neck round and the back up. And all of these are making a forward kicking effort
Yeah.
to go. See the neck come around? And she gets lots of push. Susie's pony tends to be flat going, but you watch her. She'll get in here. Down
Yeah.
goes the neck and up go the feet. And this old bird's doing really well. Up. Took a little bit too much rein. And don't get tight in your knee, Gina.
Oops. See that, Hannah?
Good. I'm just gonna leave it and see what. Oh, you can fix
Oh,
it.
do you want
go
me
ahead
to
and
fix
no, you go ahead and fix it. Sometimes they leave it there just to torture them. Go ahead, let her figure it out. Easy with the head. Good. Go through it, Susie, and then we'll get it fixed. Very good. Give Donna a chance to fix it. Nice turn. I like it. Remember to be light in your butt, Gina. Light. When you land, your back collapses. You got to keep your back up your back. There, better. Then you land lightly, and he's happy to go. When you let your back roll, it makes you heavy. Let change direction, come downhill through it. So go left. Go around, go left, and then come downhill through it. Take a walk break if you need one. Thank you, Donna.
Sure.
Most of them did a really good job without one missing. Like
Yeah,
Susie's
they
pony
did.
looked at it and said, "Bah, I can do that. I'll tackle it." Good. You ease your arm and down he came. Watch that right arm because it goes on a trip. Make your leg long. Good. And then don't let your back roll. Keep it flat. There you go. When your back rolls, you become a load. Better. Still not all there, but he made an effort. Casey doesn't take lessons from you guys, does she, Donna?
She just took a lesson,
Ah.
and I think that I have to say
She
this.
says, I did
I'll be
okay.
on the video.
I can't do it. I can't help it.
She says she needs to get
She needs therapy. Yeah, that's the first soft one he's done. And she said yesterday he intimidates her.
Yeah.
Good girl. You're gonna mess it, and she didn't. And she's beginning to be sick of it. She came in and she forgot to put her head down. Then she went, "Okay, I got it."
I had to
Watch
get some
that
space.
hand jumping around. Your right hand moves at least 6 inches. Jerk, 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 jerk. That's hard for him to travel with it. Good boy.
That was good.
He's starting to come back together. Kick up. Good girl. She can take a little walk break.
Take a walk.
Yeah, take a walk. She's done really well. We beat the snot out of her for 4 lessons. And she's really trying, but she's beginning to run out of reach. Good girl. She can walk too, Jess. Because she's done this twice today. Come on, bud. Very good. Yep. He'll remember. He can keep trotting. He'll remember not to leave his toes down in a minute.
That's
Feel
better.
the neck finally coming down?
Yeah, finally.
And then he can make motion. Oh, he's not. I don't know how much Boz is used to working.
She
That's
had a
it,
lesson too. She's been taking lessons too.
Okay.
I don't know how often she's been running. I've been on
Good.
trail
He
with
can
her.
have a
couple.
walk. Let him walk. That was very good, that one. Nice and clean and tidy, and you were where you belong. He gets so tight in the neck, he can't pick his feet up.
Yeah.
Does she pay Hannah to ride him?
Yes.
That's why
I
it's
think
once-
actually.
That's
I'm
why
not
it's once a week.
Yeah.
Except I don't know how I could sell him. He needs a new home.
Yeah.
There he's round, Hannah. That's nice. And forward into his neck. A lot of reels for you, huh, babe? She did really well this afternoon, though. Just let them all relax on a long range for a minute. I got another torture for you.
Java's actually stretching his neck down at the
Huh?
walk. Java's stretching down at the
Yeah,
walk.
he is.
It's really nice.
He's wanting it.
Yeah.
All of a sudden he wants to stretch, huh?
Yeah.
When he finally got loose through the ground poles, then he remembered, oh, I can put my neck down, I won't get in trouble.
He was going through like completely inverted those first couple times.
And the others were getting rounder and
crazy.
rounder. He's like, no, no,
Yeah.
no.
And I don't like his nose to be like,
Yeah, but you can't help it.
yeah, it's either that or it's up here.
Well, at least once you got the neck and he got his back going through here, then he finally got forward.
Yeah.
Maybe he's finally like
And
got
he, you know,
his,
he's not built that badly. He acts like his butt doesn't work and it doesn't connect through.
but maybe you've got his back loose now from doing those ground
I
poles.
wonder if he's gotten, because she tends to bang. I wonder if his back's gotten tight.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a little bit of long back, and you can see it's weak right behind his rider. And Lord knows it's not for weak from carrying her, because she's a little lightweight. And it's I think a lack of consistent schooling.
Mm.
Oops, gotta walk on all four, honey. If they don't get consistent schooling, if you just go out and ride down the trail or don't ride consistently or don't school consistently, they're gonna fall apart. Maybe he needs a chiropractor.
Yeah, we've been trying.
Maybe he needs methylcarbamol Robaxin
Yeah.
for a tight back. I always have a bottle of Robaxin
Is he
around.
on? Is he on vitamin E?
Does he get a lot of vitamin E?
She does the smart pack stuff.
Oh, so you don't. I don't know if you know what it is.
So it ain't the best. Smart Pack doesn't have a really good vitamin E.
Oh, they don't.
Whatever it is, I do think he gets it.
No, they don't have enough volume. You know what amazes me is Kentucky Performance Products now, Joe Pagan's bunch. Their special E that they sell is only 1,000 IU.
Wow.
It doesn't do the job. And he's a great nutritionist. And Kathleen Crandall is a great nutritionist when she worked for, I think she still works for him. That's what he looks like. He looks like a horse that's sore from lack of vitamin E. Like this old bird, I know he gets E because he lives here. And he should too, but maybe gets what Casey gives him.
Yeah.
Holly can answer that question.
What's that?
Holly can answer that question.
Yeah, because
Oh, yeah.
Holly Boz gets fed under Holly. You know.
Holly's
yeah.
she's a vitamin E nut.
Yeah.
She's a
Yeah,
nu-
she's the one who got it. She's the one who got me the. She did the legwork, and then
Yeah,
I
get
just
the-
buy
get
the
the-
product.
You know, we think it's so important that at our house it's included in your board.
Yeah.
A whack of vitamin E too. I'm telling you, not just a couple thousand, but we provide it for the people that have horses training with us, because I don't want to deal with their gosh darn stiff, sore horses. He acts like a vitamin E lack, except he's full. He's full looking, but he's tight like a horse that lacks vitamin E. Okay, next job I want to do is canter around and canter down through these posts, just like you were trotting them. No lead change, just canter.
They're giggling.
They're all looking like I got 7 heads.
I know they're all laughing.
Why don't we go one by one?
Jessica.
You can go first, Hannah. You've done this a lot. You know what I'm up to. Hope he doesn't shake you off.
Do you want like a opening circle? Or just
A what?
like an opening circle or just start?
No, just weave down through it. And not too big a turn, because you don't want to get him so far out he needs to change leads. I don't want a lead change. First you got to stay on him.
Oops, he's trying to buck her.
See, that kind of behavior makes me think he hurts.
Yeah.
Oh man, he's got quite a fat bit in his mouth. Imagine it's hard for him to pack that thing. The rest you can watch and see what's happening. And then you're next. I'm going by level of competence now.
Oh,
Shut up,
he's
Mariah.
changing his leads anyway.
No lead change if you can help it. Get it to happen. I don't think you can think that hard, huh?
You did this with Casey and I last year on the Monday after the clinic weekend.
Yeah,
Yeah, you put cones up and we did this.
yep.
She
I
actually.
love it. I do this with my carriage horse.
Ah,
Only I have six cones, and mine are they're 8 paces apart. These are double now, but so I go 2 at a time, 2, 2, and 2.
uh-huh.
There you go. And he can do it without changing leads, with no seat and no legs. Try again. You don't all have to make it look like that. She's doing a little discipline work. Susie, why don't you go canter also? Susie can canter and do the same thing. Keep your outside leg on so they don't change leads. Canter.
I can go. Don't mind
Now.
if she wants
Is
to.
it me?
You.
Oh, okay.
Canter. Sit up. Thank you. And get the right lead, the correct lead. Ooh, ask again. Right there. Right there. Good. That's where they'll pick it up. They'll come down, around through the posts. Sit up, Susie. Keep your right leg on. Right leg, right leg. If you let her stop, she doesn't keep, she have to keep doing it. I didn't know this was that hard.
I'm worried we're starting on her bad lead. I'd rather her
Oh,
start
that's
the other
true.
side.
Well, if
My
you get
toe
it
is
right lead, I don't care.
Hey, Donna.
Well, then I'm fine to do it if you don't care
Are you
what
going in the barn?
I don't care which lead it is for you.
My running martingale
Okay.
is
There's an
hanging
EMS.
on
Oh my
the
God, yeah.
third stall door. It's purple.
Third stall door closest to the other edge.
Yeah,
Okay. Purple. All right.
yeah.
Hannah, where's yours then? I'm going in the barn.
Do you know where all my stuff is?
Yeah.
What are you going to get?
Okay.
Running martingale and she's
Oh.
standing. Java's standing.
He fights the standing, but if she wants it, it's all right with me. All right, let's try you, Jess. I don't care what lead you have. Just try to ride it. Hands up, hands up, hands up. Yeah. You froze your hands down. Good job. She might want her left lead next time. Try again. Right there. Yeah, go ahead. Ask. Put her head out and her butt in. Her butt to the middle, her head out. And careful with your reins. Have you been riding him in his martingale?
I typically do, but
Yesterday he was fighting it so bad.
yeah.
Sit in the middle. Very good girl. She had to change her balance, didn't she? Yeah, something's wrong. Something's bothering him.
I've been saying that for
I mean,
ever
you-
since I started.
But you know, he
riding.
wasn't foul like this last fall when I was here. She could canter this.
Yeah.
It was not good, but he could do this. And he wasn't just always going, no, I hate it,
Well,
I hate it, I hate it.
He's only working 1 day a week on a good week. Usually,
Good
I
girl,
ride-
come on. But she's brave, huh? 'Cause I can do that.
I usually
What?
ride.
I don't know. I think you just don't know your right arm's doing this.
Yeah, my arms are my
Fix it.
Everest.
Don't tell me your problems. Fix it.
I know.
You already
I'm
know your
trying.
problem, so fix it. Doesn't your other instructor get after you about it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Very much so.
It needs to get fixed. Because any horse is going to whine about it. That's a very thick bit. I don't think. But girl, huh? I like.
No, she's stretching.
Want to try again, see if you can keep this beast going?
Huh?
Try it again and see if you can keep her going. Now you see what it looks like.
Yeah. I thought I knew what it looked like before I started. That's the sad thing.
Notice how nicely uphill she canters when she has this project. She's real easy to sit on. Very lovely. And that's because that's what this thing does with the counter canter phases. It fixes them. Good. Keep coming. Keep going. Good. You let her stop, she'll never get it. I don't care what lead she's on. Jessica's horse proves she can do it on any lead. But it got, you notice she got slow, she got high, she got bouncy. It was really pretty. Keep cantering. There. Good. Do it again. You got all but one. If you're gonna ride, you gotta be able to ride this hard. How can you go on an endurance ride if you can't steer? Turn. Canter. Sit up. Canter. Sit up. Very good, huh? When you get it, it's not much work. And she's figured it out. Do one more.
One more?
If you're not too tired, because she's figured it out. So let her show off. Good. So don't let her stop. Right leg, right leg, right leg. Very good. She likes it, huh?
I think so.
Yeah, she thinks she's tough and special. Let her walk and tell her she's wonderful. I bet you didn't know it was going to feel that easy. Don't forget to tell her she's wonderful. That was very, very good. It's actually easier than you thought. You just keep kicking and they do it.
Right.
And once you didn't bother her, she said, well, hell, I can do that. And this one was a gem. That's the nicest cat I've ever seen her do. She collected and stayed balanced. And little one said, I can do that, as long as Mom believes in me. There you go, everybody's tied down now.
Oh, I wonder if probably not.
Good thing we have Holly's ever-ready cupboards to go through.
I guess that leaves me.
You want to try this?
Let's give it a go.
Do you canter him much?
Yes, but mostly circles. He's
Okay.
not real strong enough to hold it.
Let's try it and see what happens.
Okie doke.
Because he used to be strong enough, but he must have had a lot of time not working. I know Pam couldn't do much with him the last couple of years. That was a very good girl. You're so good you might have to do it the other direction in a minute.
Huh?
That she was so good she might have to do it in the other direction.
Oh boy.
That was cool.
Yay.
I don't think she knew she could do it, but she did it, and then she's like, I got this.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted her to go again. Because the last time she attacked it.
Right.
Gina's gonna try it.
I saw her go, out of my damn way, I'm coming through.
God, I have my right.
Come on, buddy. Good boy.
Oh, gosh.
The good news is he's sound. When I used to see him, he didn't used to be sound. I'd say try the, the bungee that goes over the ears and under the tummy on him, but I think he'd come up against it. It's a bungee cord they make that you put it on top of the head,
Okay.
goes down through the bit, and goes,
Yeah, I
goes
think
through the
Hannah was
girth.
talking about you were. Yeah. Yeah.
And they do help some, but as strong as he is, I think he'll come up against it. You get to go the other way in a minute, miss. That'll be easy for you.
That'll be very easy for her.
It'll still improve your canter. Think about your hands. They're out there just jerking and slamming at him, and he can't put up with it. Look at this horse, and I remember he got second in the Arabs for dressage class at Devon.
Wow. With Pam?
Yes, in hand. That's the kind of talent they thought he had. He's had so many years of bad riding. Careful about your hands. Woo. And she did that tired.
Yeah.
She did it really well. You can do 2 at a time. That'll make it easier for him.
Come on, come on, come on. Good boy.
That's the first one that got in their butt far enough to hit that rail. Little mama's breathing.
Yeah.
Yep,
Good boy.
Oh, good job, Gina.
I don't need the lead
Good
change.
job, Gina.
Good boy. He tried really hard. You ready to go again, Hannah? If you can. And I want you to two dark ones can do it the other direction. He tried really hard. He did a good job. Is Hannah riding him both lessons today?
I'm not sure.
I think I had her down for 2.
Yeah, she was supposed to do 2, so I didn't.
I can't believe I don't get to get my clutches into meatball.
Is it
I
Java?
know.
He probably heard about it. Yeah, it was Java. Because meatball's
She was
not
supposed to do meatball for 2 lessons, but they couldn't let him on the trailer. So the lessons are paid for. So I said,
here. Why not ride Java?
yeah, Java could go again. I think.
As far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
He can come again tomorrow, too. He's one I'd have to try buting and try methocarbamol and see if I can find.
See if that relaxed his back.
Yeah, see if I can find the pain ants. That's a good boy. You don't need to change leads. Very good boy.
That was good, Hannah.
All of a sudden he's good. Go around, let him do it again. And when he carries his head right, this isn't his martingale, I don't think.
No, it's not. It's
But when he
Hannah's.
carries his head right, it lets go.
Yeah.
His own is too tight. But there, see, that's like a proper hunter martingale. When his head's where it belongs, it's not grabbing him.
Good, Hannah.
He's even keeping the lead, huh? Good boy.
He's trying not to. She's making. him.
Yeah, he's doing really well. One more. I like to give them success when they've got it.
Girl, Hannah.
Good boy. Okay, we'll take his devil's horns away for a moment. So let's have Jessica go right. He gets a gold star. He can put his devil horns back in his back pocket. Come on, pretty girl. We don't play that game, do we?
I don't
She's
think
saying
so.
she's done?
She won't keep coming back.
I'm not quite sure.
Okay, so the clinic that we did
Well,
up at Colts Neck.
You know, 2 lessons in one day when she hasn't seen a ring since I saw her at Meg's.
Yeah.
That was 4 or 5 weeks ago.
Yeah. One of the clinics up in Colts Neck when we were at Ellen's, Ivel McDermott had the mule, and I was videotaping. I had the tripod out in the corner, and the mule stopped dead.
Oh, so the
Its
mule's
back-
coming at you?
I had to move the whole system.
I was at Devil one time without Wilson. I don't remember why. They came alone. We were just down his parents. and I was sitting in my carriage ready to go. Ivel's mule was kind of perpendicular, come on, perpendicular to the line of me and my horse. And I suddenly realized the mule is eyeing up the space between the carriage and the horse.
The carriage and the horse is going to
Yeah,
jump.
you know, it's going to go
It's
right
gonna go-
between me and Bunsey.
Oh my
Riptide.
gosh.
So I said, Ivel, do me a favor and take a turn. She goes, what's your problem? And I see the thing bunching. I said, go anywhere besides where you're headed. And he scooted off to the side. He was aiming up right, girl, come on. He was aiming up to go between my horse and my carriage. That's how it's supposed to look, fans. That's how she was doing it. Do one more. They learn in threes. So if we can have 3 successful things, beware, there's a spook out there. Good job. You sat her really well down through there. Around you go, good girl. Just right on. Left leg. Tap, tap, don't dig. Good, tap, 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 tap. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to look. Okay, Susie, it's your turn. Very nice. It's even better on the correct lead, huh? And she made it so easy. To-do. You had to remind her. But she totally knew what to do. She was happy doing it. I think she just stopped down here because she'd been sitting.
Yes.
And she said, excuse me, you told me I was done. The next bunch are 215, okay.
Yeah.
That's not any of you, right?
No.
Okay. So sit up, keep your left leg busy. Left leg, kick, kick. She's got it. Oops, and then Mama let her quit. Do it again, don't let her stop. Remember, you gotta use your have to use your left leg to keep her going, and don't get too much into her face, because she gets ugly. Come on, Missy.
She
Are you
pooping?
getting tired? Oh, well, don't do that. She knows where the Canada Part places are from yesterday. Try not to stiffen into her mouth. And your turn will come again, Java. Careful with your right rein. Don't do too much right rein.
Press the button. She doesn't hear you.
I am pressing it.
Oh.
Don't do too much right rein.
Oh.
There you go. Come around again. You know what my thumb's going to feel like after 2 days of doing this? So kind of wish her around. Turn your eyes. Now get everyone. Keep going. Very good. One more. One more. I don't want to think. She's got it almost all the way up. I don't want her. I wanted to have one more perfect one. It's gonna be endurance riding. You gotta be able to gallop all day. Keep kicking. Don't let her break. Don't let her break. Good. You got it.
Yay!
You can pat her and let her walk. That one is what it's supposed to look like. Very nice. You feel her push you around those last 2?
Yeah.
She cut her little butt on and she said, I'm going. All you have to do is not let them break and they do it. Very good girl. It's all right, I graduated. Who wants to go next? White Tornado?
That's Java.
Yeah, Java can go. Make sure, Susie, you let her know she was really special. She was very, very good. Not what she planned to do today. Probably not what you plan to do today either. But you know, I figured this out by watching the good endurance horses go through the trees. I think the turkeys on top don't know how to ride. The horses are going bing, 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 bing. Not bothering to change leads because you don't need to. And they're so beautifully balanced and so strong. You having fun yet?
I'm having fun.
You got a certain set to your jaw, like, I'm going to make this happen. Look at her. She's proud of herself.
She's proud of herself.
She's like, good, I get to stand here and watch somebody else do it.
Oh, she really likes that part. But she did it. She did a good. Both these brown bears did a really good job. It's not an easy trick. I don't think we did that at Meg's last week. Maybe it was Meg and a couple other people. This is almost a horse. You have to be able to ride without using his mouth. Keep your left leg back a little. Just a little. Come on. 'Cause that's his problem. He wants to change leads. He's stupid. He can't just do what the rider says.
No.
Like she didn't try to change leads. She
That-
quit when she got worried. You didn't let her quit. She's like, well, damn, I got to figure it out. That's better. That's better. This guy's only about 10 years old, I think. Go on, go on. Good save.
Good job,
Well done.
Hannah.
You see her left leg go on?
Yes.
And he
Oh my
said, well,
God.
damn, I got to keep the right lead.
She's inspirational, Hannah.
Yeah,
The way she just keeps after them and she just keeps going.
she's like a bad dream.
Yeah. Oh.
She doesn't quit.
Mm-mm.
But she took her left hook, pushed him right back into right lead, and he did it. She didn't get him a second time, but the first one she did. This was brilliant here with your left leg. You put your left leg on, he said, oh yeah, I got to stay on right lead. Go on, keep going. You can't believe he can do it.
No,
He doesn't have the balance those two mares have.
Right. Yeah, then he switches
Better.
in the front.
They both, when they got it, was like, well, that's easy.
Yeah.
Did we not do this with you last fall when I was here, Don? I don't remember.
We didn't do it during the weekend with the clinic. You did it with Hannah.
With you guys on the next morning.
the next morning.
Yeah. Well, I had you all going right by then, so you spoiled me and did it. Yeah, go on, go on, go on. Good, 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 go on. And he acts unschooled, and I know he's schooled.
Yeah.
Try the other way, Hannah, because this is hard for him. We'll let him end with a good one.
I'm sorry?
Try the left side once more. Because he just, I don't want to blow his
Yes.
brains. So try the left one. He looks so able, but he says he's not. We have a pony that's new to us that his teeth are absolutely fine, and he can eat. He can't move his jaw with a bit in his mouth.
Really?
Yeah, good, huh?
Nice, Hannah.
I figured I'd let him quit with a good one.
With a good, yeah. That was good.
That's nice.
Very nice.
Good boy. He's just stronger on this lead.
Hmm.
Good boy. That one he does easily.
Yeah.
So I let him end with a good. Do you want to do one more, or has he had enough, Gina?
Oh, Gina, go for it.
I at least want to canter him on the right lead.
Okay.
Even if I can't get him to do the whole exercise.
You can canter, just go canter on the right lead if you want to. It's a little easier uphill,
Yeah.
because that's uphill.
I'm going to try.
That one he made look easy.
Yeah.
And the right was just scrambling his brain, so I thought, are you going to ride him again today?
I don't know.
You can.
Because you were listed for 2 lessons
Yeah.
of meatball.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's paid for. You can ride him again.
If you want to ride again, you're welcome to.
There's
You got
only
something
2 of
you'd
us.
rather ride, you can ride that.
No, I like riding him. I learned more on him than.
I like you riding. I might go back to the right side later, but I didn't want to. I got to end soon. I didn't want to blow his brains. Oh God, I can't take much of this. Careful. There you go. So you guys ride once a week with that gal?
Yeah, almost once a week. Oh, well, not Hannah and I do.
Oh, okay. Is she ride him with her too?
Who, Hannah?
You know this one.
She's ridden with her at least last week. They had a lesson here in an
Oh,
evening.
okay.
I'm trying to think who was in her. Oh, it was she and Casey. They had a lesson like last week. They said in the because they that's how they knew the lights worked. Well, because it was an
That-
evening
I didn't
lesson.
realize you had lights.
I go over to the farm that Jeannie works at
Ah.
because it's got it's a huge, great big ring in it. It's a good. We
Yeah,
need
you can-
distraction.
You can do that.
Yeah. And then I go over to. I just took a lesson last week with May at May Hansen's in the indoor.
Is May still teaching?
No. Although I'm gonna really, she really helped
I thought May
me.
was good.
Oh, she's one of those big imagery people for helping me. Like I need the imagery to
Yeah.
get me straight.
Sit back. Sit back so you don't get on his shoulders. 'Cause he can't canter with you. Good boy. I know he knows how to do this because he's done it before. So I'm trying to get them canter without changing leads as a counter exercise. Keep your balance, stay straight. And the two bay mares, they were gorgeous. And he did it fine once left. The two bay mares can do either lead, up or downhill. And they just learned it, but they're really good at it. But they have very clever monkeys on them.
Yeah.
The clever monkey is always useful. For me, clever monkey is a compliment.
Yep.
There you go. They actually were beautiful. They did it so well.
Hannah takes probably, honest to God, she probably gets 4 lessons a week.
Who does?
Hannah.
Yeah.
She rides with that gal Jeannie. She rides with Rose. She'll ride with.
It's like Jenny was having. I have a group lesson at Kedron every week. 5 super riders that ride together, and super horses. And then she had that one. She had a private driven dressage lesson, and then 2 other ridden dressage lessons with a friend of ours. So she was doing 4 lessons a week.
Yeah.
And our friend just had her knee replaced.
It
So-
makes such a difference, and it is great
it does
to
make
get
a difference.
different
And
people's opinions.
She's working 2 horses because she's got her nice black driving horse.
Oh, right,
Who
Luke,
needs the
yeah.
flat work terribly. And then she's got that hot little Morgan thing.
Yeah,
And it's
Lorenzo.
done wonders with him
Yeah.
to do the flat work.
Aw.
And talk about canter a line of poles without changing leads.
Yeah.
He sits on his hocks and go ding, ding,
Oh,
ding,
that's
ding,
great.
ding. One day working it, never made a mistake again.
Ah.
Unfortunately, he came off the GMHA 50 funky left hind.
Ah.
Seemed fine the next day.
What did she have? What was the issue last year?
Hmm?
Like last year?
Last year he did a suspensory leg.
Okay.
And he hadn't done much work before she got him. So then came off the 50 mile GMHA. A little off left hind. He worked out it, but we never saw it again. She did the 30 mile 2 weeks later, and he was hog lame left hind, and he still and instead of letting the vet see him, she muted him. But he was still lame, so I think he's going tomorrow down to Tufts.
Oh.